My name is Kim and I support Toni Ingram with Justice for Morgan. My 12-year-old daughter was raped and the man that raped her was 24, she was 12, and he didn't get anything but a misdemeanor. The DNA was never sent in. The police officers and the public defender decided on their own that she was a little slut. So that made me really unhappy. We're very unhappy still. I kind of wanted to just talk about how the rape of my daughter affected me and how upsetting the whole thing was for both of us. My daughter was raped at a friend's house, and I took the police over, and first of all we went to the ER. And in the town we live in, you have to be 14 to have a rape thing done on you. My daughter was 13. So the officer said, well, you need to drive over to Boise, to the far side of Boise. And it was November 23rd, and it was cold, and it was dark at like 5:30. Well, I don't drive that well at night, and I was very, very nervous at the time. So we determined to go the next day. Well, the police officers and I went to the house where this happened, and my daughter had taken a shower. I knew that. When we got there was a bunch of pairs of jeans on the floor, and they said, well, that won't work because these jeans could be contaminated. My daughter's clothes actually were folded up and put on a counter, and I said, these are my daughter's clothes. So they took my daughter's clothes. They never sent them in for DNA evidence, ever. So anyway, because of that, nothing ever happened. We went to court at the very end of everything. They had dropped his charge from 3 felonies down to a misdemeanor, injury to a child, and the guy was let go. I was able to talk to the judge at the time, who knew nothing about everything that we had been through before up to this point. And she said if I would have known all this, I would have never accepted this plea. So anyway, we were very, very disappointed. The man actually ended up going to Boise and lived at the homeless shelter because that's where he likes to be. He's been living at this homeless shelter for years. He was actually almost stabbed to death at one point. And then at another point, he had broke his probation and had raped another young girl. And now he is a sex offender, but nothing for my daughter's case. But that was the way that ended up. The prosecuting attorney asked my daughter, are you sure you've been raped? He was very rude to her. We actually left. I calmed down and went back. The cops were very crappy about the whole thing, and the law was changed about 2 months later that all the DNA evidence that is at the police stations has to go. So that was good. I think that might have had something to do with my daughter's case. Every November 23rd, my daughter has anxiety, she has stress, she has depression. At that winter time of the year, she hates it because it reminds her of that situation. So she's been in counseling for a long time, and ever since that happened, and hopefully she'll get through it one day.